Over the time that I've been here, in the past dozen or so years, sometimes there is that sense of, yeah, send us your thesis or dissertation, and we need some time to like work through it. They're pretty long, but we're happy to edit the prose and stuff like that. In the past, for one or a couple of my grad students, I've hired an outside technical editor, somebody who specifically specializes in science communication writing, on the passive voice and all on the weird stuff that we do in this kind of writing, to edit it, and that's super successful. It's a little bit expensive. It was about $1,500 for a dissertation one time, but for a high velocity research group, outside editing is not at all unheard of. For this, the current state of the Writing Center, let's find out. In these sessions, our graduate and undergraduate consultants work with all students on all writing. So, cool. It is... That's actually pretty exhaustive. And looks like there is a writing studio currently. That has come and gone over time, but a lot of graduate students find for this and for the final thesis, results and discussion writing and stuff like that, just bolted onto your proposal and updated. That a technique called body doubling works really, really well. So if you use an online app, FocusMates is one. You could use Zoom or FaceTime. And the whole idea is you just sign up and somebody else is doing something like this, just working at their computer. The camera's on, the microphone is off. And just knowing that another human being is aware of you, like if you have to get up every 3 minutes because you're distracted, somebody seeing that, not necessarily interrupting your workflow, but just knowing that another person is aware of your presence and trying to focus for this next hour on something. Super, super helpful. When I was writing my dissertation, 6 or 8 of us all piled into the same ugly, boring room on campus, and we just write. And everybody would take approximately equally staggered breaks every 50 to 90 minutes or whatever, and we go play bike polo or stretch our legs or have lunch or whatever. But nobody was talking. It was just a writing group. So in the same way that researchers who are in the literature review phase, writing lit review, we'll join what are called journal article clubs, where the whole point is to just get together and read articles and either discuss them or not, but just to have other bodies doing kind of the same thing in the same place in the same way. Hugely, hugely helpful for a lot of people. That may not be your style. Maybe you work best completely alone and with zero distraction of even other people doing the same thing. But for a lot of people, body doubling is a very powerful technique. The Writing Center is more of a structured feedback and coaching and that sort of a thing. So strongly recommend both and. Like, this is not I got to go to the writing thing, so I can't do any body doubling this week. No, set up some time for both. And for any other grad students, for anybody who is, like this is their 4th and final semester, they're also doing a ton of writing. Maybe you can body double with them here in the Ag College or in the forestry program or whatever, because they got to get some writing done, you got to get some writing done, and it's just nice to not feel completely isolated in that way. So yeah, Writing Center is a thing, and so is kind of the roll your own companionship through this process thing as well. Does that kind of answer that? Oh, and the address for this is write.siu.edu, write.siu.edu. I know that text is really small, so there you go. Sound good? All right, other questions? All right, well, let's end it a little bit early today. No reason to drag it out for the sake of it. I'm around for questions if you have them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Thursday, regular time.